Authoritarian leaders are using capitalism to stay in power by using partially state-owned enterprises. And what that means is the state retains an ownership stake in the company, and usually that stake is a controlling stake. But they also publicly list the company on the stock market. And in that way, they can use that company, which often has control of strategically important assets, to the political leaders of that country. They can use it to divert resources to business leaders or other actors who support the regime, or to divert resources away from opponents to the regime, while delivering growth and improving the welfare of citizens in general for the country as a whole. In Malaysia, for example, so following the 1997 Asian financial crisis, Mahathir was the prime minister at the time, and he faced a very severe political threat from Anwar Ibrahim. And he initiated a state acquisition of the businesses that were owned by business leaders allied to Anwar Ibrahim. He took them over and prevented Anwar Ibrahim from having access to resources that he could use to mobilize a political opposition movement to Mahathir. 1MDB. It was created immediately after the 2008 Malaysia election. It was created and funded with debt, sovereign debt of Malaysia. Usually, sovereign wealth funds are funded by oil, or tax revenues, or foreign exchange reserves. And they used 1MDB for reasons to benefit the prime minister specifically. Russia is maybe a second famous example of these regimes intervening aggressively, and we may see more of these instances happening in the future, because 1/3 of all countries in the world have the same type of political regime as Malaysia. These countries and the political regimes that rule them are not always going to be aggressive. Many of them will be very passive, but the key is to understand why and the conditions when they may be more aggressive. And if they appear to be on the verge of becoming aggressive, then you need to take appropriate actions to reduce your risk. And that can yield great opportunities for business to profit.